All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Today, we're going to speak to people who have kind of had it with themselves. Some people that are out on the edge, on the verge. Know what I'm talking about? They're hoping if it were possible for some kind of a psychological, emotional, or maybe even a spiritual reset mechanism. Like, let's get this thing back to factory. And if you're here because you're on that sort of shaky ground, stay for a while because I'm going to talk about something that may relate to a personality change. You're not happy with yourself, understandably, and you don't really see a whole lot of hope. But don't despair. I believe it's possible, very possible. In fact, I know it's possible because I'm seeing it happening actually with myself and with some other people. You can change your personality. It's not easy if you go the long way, but it's almost instant if you come to your personality change um, in the right way. It's as easy as pressing a button. Boom. I know that sounds crazy, doesn't it? You see, hang with me. The crisis that we face is that people aren't broken. See, they're exhausted. They're exhausted, aren't they? Aren't we at times? So many people today, it's not that you're sinful or weak or lazy or any of those labels that institutions have like hung on us for years, and we live in the guilt and the shame of thinking those things about ourselves. All right. But people become emotionally ruined by the outer self, the persona, the performance, the survival identity. And this is exactly what Christ meant when he said to hate your life. He wasn't talking about the inner life, but the false outer identity that keeps you trapped in fear, shame, and self rejection. Oh, yeah, man. Give that thing up. Because that's not really who you are. We're going to talk about what it takes to get a little bit of a factory reset here. I love that term. Because it's just about pressing the button and bada boom, your desktop, everything changes. You get rid of all that old stuff, go right back to the way it came out of the womb. Yeah. So people aren't giving up because they're failures. No, they're giving up because the outer self is unsustainable. See, in that belief system and those paradigms that we carry around, it collapses under its own weight. So we're gonna talk about a psychological insight. Yes, personality change is possible, but not from the outside. Okay? Psychologists often say the personality change is difficult. Yeah, but that's because they're trying to change the outer self. Can't do it. The behaviors, the habits, the coping mechanisms, the conditioned responses, man, all that stuff. It's like trying to rearrange furniture in a burning house. Why? Why bother, man? I mean, Band-Aid, it's good for a minute or two, but you go right back. The recidivism, you know. Inscendance, Inscendance flips the entire model, tosses that little paradigm out the window. You don't change your personality. You return to the inner life, man, and the personality changes itself. Watch what I'm about to say, because this is a revolutionary work. It's going to put some people out of business too. Yeah, people think they need more discipline, more self-help, more striving, more fixing, more doing better. But all that stuff reinforces the outer self, the very thing that's causing the suffering to begin with. You're never going to get that stuff right. Oh, there's always one more book to buy, always one more doctor, always one more better psychology, only one more better website. Yeah. You know what Inscendance says? Inscendance says, stop, come home, return to the inner life, begin again. And the beauty is exactly what I'm saying here. Okay? Now hear me. It costs nothing. It requires no striving. It demands no sacrifice. It doesn't ask you to become someone else. It simply reconnects you to who you already are. And if forgotten, they may not remember, but it's still there. This is the reset that people have been praying for without knowing it. The inner life gives you the power to rewrite your identity. Once someone reconnects with their inner life, something extraordinary happens. They realize that they're not stuck with the personality they inherited. They can choose who they become, not through force, not through willpower, not through self-improvement, but through liberation. When the inner life awakens, joy returns, peace returns, clarity returns, and self-trust returns, and emotional spaciousness returns, and the nervous system softens, and the mind becomes new. And from that new mind, a new identity naturally forms. Yeah. And that's why this teaching is powerful. See, Inscendance doesn't change people. No. It frees them and changes what happens on its own. All right? Yeah. Yeah, the change must happen. Pre-thought on its own. It needs to bubble out, unaware. And all of a sudden, It's there. That's how we get to learn to believe in miracles. The miracle's got to start here, not out there. Like, oh, heal in the name of. No, no, no. Get the miracle happening in here. Like, wow, I'm a new person. Everybody saw Ebenezer Scrooge, you know. He wakes up, jumps out of bed one day. I'm a new person. I'm a new person. Aha, aha. They thought he was crazy, right? He dreamt. He went through a crisis experience, woke up a new man. That Dickens, he knew something. So when the inner life becomes primary, the outer life begins to shift. So let's make this thing primary. All right, what happens? I will tell you what's going to happen as soon as you get with this program. All right, just for a minute. People smile more. They feel more. They love more. They embrace more. They trust more. They believe in goodness again. They stop embracing pain and they stop living in emotional ruin. This is transformation of the mind that the Apostle Paul spoke about. Not moral improvement, no, but identity renewal. A new mind, that equals a new personality, see? A new personality is equal to a new life. And this insight here of Inscendance, the return home, gives people back the self they lost. From that self, everything becomes anew. All right. Hey. Yeah, you can dump that old suit, but remain in peace.